Hi, I'm Anna Collins and welcome to Diverbo TV, a fun, fast and effective way to learn English. In today's class, we're going to look at the days, the months, the years and telling time in English. Today, we'll start with a review of the days of the week. You may already know these, but this is a review and practice. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend, which is Saturday and Sunday. What day is it today? What day was it yesterday? Also, remember with the days, if you're writing the days, please use a capital letter. That means M would be a big M for Monday. You'd start with a capital. When talking about days, the preposition we use in English is on. I have a dentist appointment on Friday, so we use on with the day. What do you do on Friday nights? What days do you work on? On Monday, on Tuesday, on Thursday, or all week? And what day do people usually go to church? On a Sunday. Then we have the months of the year. Again, you may already know the months of the year, but we'll review them now. So the first month of the year is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. What's your favourite month? Do you like the hotter months in, for example, August, July, or the colder months like January or February? And what month are we in now? Here you may have noticed that I've used the preposition in. This is because we use in with the months. I go skiing in January. My birthday is in October. What month is Christmas? It's in December. And Easter? Easter depends on the year, but usually Easter is in April. Remember again, like the days, to use capitals with the months as well. So April would start with a capital A. When we go to years now, we divide them in two. So if you want to say a year, for example, 1980, 1980, you divide it into two, 1980. Or 1776, which would be 1776, you would divide it again into two, 1776. I was born in 1979, which is 1979, 1979. What year were you born in? Again, we use the preposition in with the years as well. With the years, if you want to say 0, it can change slightly. For example, 1908 as a year, we would say 1908. So we separate it, like before, in two, but for the 0, you'd say O. So 1908. If it was 1800, you'd say 1800 or 1700, 1700. What isn't clear at the moment are the current years. We are in the century 2000, but sometimes people say 2001 or 2001 or 2014 or 2014. That's up to you. It depends on what you feel most comfortable with, but at the moment you hear both. Okay, a little quiz now. So practicing the years, okay? I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to think what year these events happened in. Okay, number 1. If you know a lot about football, you should know this. When did England win the World Cup? In 1966. When did man first walk on the moon? 1969. And when did the Titanic, the ship, sink? In 1912. And one more question. When was Obama elected president? He was elected president in 2008. If you wanted to say the exact date, for example with the Titanic, you could, and give the whole information, you could say the Titanic sunk on a Monday, the 15th of April at 2:20 a.m. An American would say the date April the 15th, where a British person like me would say the 15th of April. Here with the Titanic, I said it sunk at 2:20 a.m. I've just mentioned the time, which is what we'll do now. We're going to do next. Telling time means being able to give or say the hour of the day, to tell someone what time it is. When you want to know, or the question what you ask to know the time, you'd ask, what time is it? We also can ask with what's the time, but what time is it is very common. There are a few ways to answer what time it is. The first way would be on the hour. You would say it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon, or you could say it's 2 o'clock. 2 p.m. would be the afternoon, or it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You could also say it's 4 a.m. or it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It is usually clear if it's a.m. or p.m. by the time of day, but you could say in the afternoon or in the morning. Remember, in English, or in English-speaking countries, what time we classify as the afternoon, because in other countries it may not be the same. For us, the afternoon is up until 12 o'clock. In other countries it may be up until 2 o'clock, but for us, the afternoon is from 12 o'clock. So if it was 12:30 p.m, we would say good afternoon, not good morning. But if it was 11:55 in the morning, we'd say good morning. So remember this if you're speaking on the phone or emailing an English-speaking person or an English-speaking country. Notice that when you tell the time, you use the singular form of the verb to be. It is 7 o'clock. It is. So you use the verb to be. Then we have the classic system of telling the time. For example, 7:05 would be 7:05. 7:15 would be 7:15. And 7:30 would be 7:30 or 7:30. After 7:30, we say, for example, 7:35 would be 7:25 or 7:45 would be 7:45 or 7:55 7:55. So if it's in the first half of the clock, you'd say past, so 7:20, 7:20. If it's in the second part of the clock after the 6, it's 2. For example, 7:40 is 7:22. But you can see this on the screen now to give you an idea. Okay, now I want you to think, what time is it now? Look at your watch and tell me what time it is. Also, when telling the time, you could say, if it's exactly 3 o'clock, you could say it's 3 o'clock sharp, on the dot. Often, sharp can be used to give instructions. For example, the exam starts at 10 o'clock sharp. Nobody should arrive later. If someone says it starts at 10 o'clock sharp, you know that you shouldn't arrive any later. Also, when you have 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you can say noon. Okay, 12 o'clock, it's noon. If it's 12 o'clock at night, we can say midnight. 12 o'clock, it's midnight. Because of digital clocks as well, you may have a digital clock in your bedroom, you can say 5:25. So 5:25, 5:25, as well as 5:25, or 8:05 for 8:05, or 9:43 for 9:43. I hope this is clear. Okay, have a look at your digital clock if you have one and see what time it is. And practice at home with your digital clock. In English, in reality, we don't normally use the 24-hour clock. It is common, however, in the military. For example, 0500 would be 5 a.m, but in the military they may say 0500. Or 1705 would be in the afternoon, would be 5:05, but in the military they may say 1705. Or 2300, 11 p.m. at night, the military may say 2300. But this is more common in military circles. So, what time now, I want you to think, what time is your lunch hour? Is it the same every day? Is it at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or maybe even earlier, at 12 o'clock? What time's your bedtime? Are you a night owl? Do you like to go to bed at 2 in the morning? Or do you like to be in bed earlier at 11 o'clock at night? And what time's your breakfast time? Do you eat early at 7 o'clock? Do you eat your breakfast early? Or do you wait a little while and eat at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock? Okay. With the time, as you probably noticed, we say at. That's the preposition we use. I eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. We go to bed at 11. I hope this is all clear because we've seen quite a lot today. But if it's not, we'll review right now. Remember the prepositions. So, remember, for days we use on. For months we use in. For years, in as well, and of course for time we use the preposition at. Remember as well, with days and months we use capital letters, so we start the word like January with a capital J, and with a day, a Monday, with a capital M. When we say the years, as we've seen, we divide them in two. So 1655 would be 1655. Or 1982 is 1982. 1900 would be 1900, and 1906 would be 1906. In this century, people can say 2014 or 2014. It's up to you which one you use. Both at the moment are correct. With your time, when you want to know the time, you'd say, what time is it? Or what's the time? 8:20 or 8:20 can be 8:20 or it can be 20 past 8. Okay, you have the two options. Or 8:40 can be 8:40 or 20 to 9. Practice these as much as you can. It's easy to get confused, but they're the common basics that you need to know to develop your English. So start practicing with the days, the months, as much as you can, and have fun doing it. That's all for today's class. Thanks for watching. This is Diverbo TV. I'm Anna Collins, and I hope to see you in the next class. Bye-bye.